Yeah, hi. Just gonna film myself making a video, a bracelet. Especially the comment, I made this in my last video and she wanted to know how to attach it to a bracelet. So I'm gonna make a bracelet now and show you how to use this. So first you wanna select the beads you want. Oh geez, I've got so many beads here. So I think I'm gonna, with my crystal beads, I'll go for a main one. We'll do this foxy one. And that will just go straight through like that. So that can be the main one there. And I think a cute little dangle as well. Actually, maybe I can put these ones. Maybe I can use this and put them on each side there. That'll be a good idea. Okay. And I think some pink and white beads. Let's see. What else will go nice with pink? These are fluorites, so maybe some purple in the fluorites would look nice. So that'll be the next beads there. Got these the other day. These are all different beads, crystal beads, mind you. And look how awesome they are. There's little pictures. Definitely. There's Pishu in amethyst or fluorite, not sure what they are. There's these pink ones that are little towers, rose quartz. I think one of these would look really huge. Yes. Even got these. Oh, there's tiny little hearts as well. Maybe a tiny little rose quartz heart. I think that's a bit too big for these beads. They're not really big beads. Oh, there's a wing. Clear quartz wing. Just have to work out where the hole is on this to see how it's gonna go. Oh, here it is it? Oh yeah, it goes straight through like that. So, like that. There's little fluorite apples. Let's get some purples in here. These are probably fluorites or agates. These pinks, these are like probably like a rhodochrosite. So we'll use that. Just a while. We've got little cute dragon heads, roses, fish. This is rose quartz. Gingerbread man. This is what I bought, but I want to use the one that I made. There's also a butterfly one. Or gold, we can change it from silver to gold, but I think silver would suit this. There's this one, like the bunny ears one. I might even go back and get some more silver accessories that I would like to use with this as well. Won't be long. I think a couple of bead caps would be nice and some spaces. I didn't want to pause it because then I have to go to that app where you join them together and I just couldn't be bothered. This is a nice little spacer bead. I think it would look nice there. These are for big beads, these ones. I think this would look nice actually. Okay. All right. Alright, so now we're going to start stringing. So this is what I'm using, and I do it about double it over. You want about bit more than the size of your wrist, so you've got room to knot and that. And cut it. Right. Then you get one of these beading needles. You can get small ones, long ones, and it's got a little end like this. You can buy them on eBay. They're just called beading needles. Or you can just thread it through, you know, without the needle. But it's a lot easier with this. And then you put it on that end like that. There we go. And then at the end, you put a little peg or a stopper to stop the beads coming out. There we go. There. So that'll stop the beads coming out. So now we start beading. So I'll start with this one, and you want to start with a big bead where you could hide the knots that you're going to make from at the end when you knot it up. So I'm going to put one end in, then my next one. There we go. So you can see how it's going to look like that. Now the next one is this. So we're going to have to put that through. Whoop. Hold on. It gets a bit confusing. Alright, so you want it to be like that, and you want it to go in from the bottom like that. So it's kind of like sewing in a way. There we go. So that's how it's gonna look. Like that. So the next one is this one. There we go. And I don't know if sometimes if it's a small hole, because you've got that double metal thing here, sometimes it doesn't go through, so hopefully it'll, oh yeah, that's all right. There we go. So that's what we got so far. And then the next step is where's this hole? Okay. You can do this without the needle. You know what? You can even use sewing needles. I'll teach you a trick. And what you do is you get some pliers and you cut a little hole in just, not both of them, just one of the sewing needles. That way it's got that little opening. Do you know what I mean? Where you can just put the thing over. I did that once and that worked. But they're really cheap. I mean, it's only a couple of bucks on eBay, depending on how many you want. eBay or Shein, Temu, anyway. we want the fish this way and the bead that way. Okay, now we're gonna string it together. So that's what we got. So now you've got your two ends, open ends here. Gonna hold on to that. And on this side, you got this end. So you're gonna hold on to that. So now you're gonna take that out like this. So holding on to your bracelet like that, you're gonna take one of those, hold on to one, get the other one ready to go in, put one in the loop, and then you're gonna gently tug on that, bringing them up together so they go to the top so there's no looseness. And then when you see it's gone to the top as much as it can go, then you just tie. I do about 4 or 5 knots. So I go 1, there we go, and I'll go 2. When you pull it, don't pull it too hard or it'll snap off, but give it a bit of, you know, tightness. 3, 4, 5. There we go. So, yeah. I'm just seeing if I pull it, if it comes out. No, it doesn't. That's why I tie it so many times, because if you just do it once or twice, sometimes when you pull at it, it comes out. I've seen people grab both and tie them like this, but when you do that, it doesn't guarantee that it goes right to the bottom. Like the hole might come, the knot might come just a little bit like above, and it makes it look funny, if that makes sense. So anyway, I might do one more hole, knot, just to make sure. There we go. A couple more. Depends how big the bead is. If you're going to put it in a big bead, then you can go sick. But if it's not going to be a big size hole, then maybe don't do so many. And then cut just above the knot. There we go. And there I'm going to put it in, hide it in this one where it's really big. There we go. And that is our bracelet. I'll just put it down here. So I hope you like that example on how to use them. There we go. So when you put it on, try to roll them on instead of stretching them on so they don't break. There we go. So that's an example of how to put them on with a stretch bracelet. With elastic. And you could also do this with, I think, is it called tiger steel or tiger rope? You know, with the wire, the thin wire, but then you're going to have to add like a lobster clasp and all that stuff. Yeah, this is a lot easier. And you could even because these are big, if you were just putting these on with other really big beads this size, you could use chains as well. But because I wanted to use crystals, when you're using crystals, you know, you're not going to fit a chain through them. Unless you're using that tiger wire stuff I'm telling you about. But anyway. But yeah. How cool is that? Got your gingerbread. That. Yeah. The little fishy. Yeah. So, yeah, I've got a link in my bio. I'm seriously scrapping on eBay. If you want to check me out, I sell bracelets like this. I do custom orders and also some other chunkier ones as well. Crystals and all sorts of other things as well. All right, thanks for watching. Okay. There we go. All right. Okay. See ya. Bye.